What do you do, Zach?
I ride the cups with my brother. While we ride the cups, we watch a movie. After we finish riding a specific number of cups, then my dad takes them, fills them in the dirt.
Which is usually dirt in here, but I've used it all up, so I'm going over to the secondary pile.
Occasionally, he drills these cups with holes.
Why does he do that?
So that the excess water will drain through the holes and not just drown the plant.
What variety of tomato you guys, Jackson? What variety of tomato are you working on right now?
Beefsteak.
Beefsteak.
What kind of tomato is that? Do you remember?
Isn't it a big sandwich tomato?
Yeah.
It is a
what
big
color
sandwich
Is it? Do you remember?
Is it red? Like pinkish purple?
No.
Nope.
It's red.
Doesn't it
Red.
have... Wait, isn't it that one big tomato that has little green stripes through it? Or is
So-
that John Bear?
We
John
get them
Bear
like this.
Is all red. Beefsteak is all red.
And then we take them.
Oh,
And then we come over here, and there's Charlie over there too. Hey, Charlie.
Charlie's chilling in the garage with us because he's.
And then what do you do, honey? What are you doing?
I take the best looking, healthiest tomatoes out of our cup of starts, and I fritter them out of the soil carefully, and I transplant them into the cups while they're babies so they can have more room to grow. We start them in the cups because it forces the tap roots down longer and gives us more tap root instead of tertiary roots off the bat, and it gives them a stronger start.
When did we start these particular tomatoes?
February 15th.
Yeah, February
On
15th.
the day after Valentine's Day. I saved Valentine's Day for my husband, and then the very next day,
So
my second love.
there are some people asking about starting plants now and stuff. When we started ours, we used the paper towel method, which we posted
For peppers.
for peppers. This is how we start our tomatoes. We would just get dirt and then you sprinkle the seeds on top, and then you put them on top of the refrigerator. But they take, I mean, our plants right now, if we start them on February 15th, they're over almost 6 weeks old at this point. So if you're
For
just
you
now,
at home, if you want to do this, you would not use the cup method. You'd go get a 6-pack of trays and you put one seed per. Then you wouldn't transplant up anymore. But because of the volume that we do, and because we want to be choosy about our genetic stock, we want to make sure that we have the healthiest and best of what we have available, and we have the time and the greenhouses.
Please don't do that.
So you're kind of you're paying for experience and good genetic material. But if you're just needing to try to do some at home, that's great.
is it too late for them to
It's
start
not
tomatoes?
too late to start tomatoes, but the tomatoes that they get will be like this, and they might have like a couple of leaves.
Yeah.
They're not going to be this big with blossoms on them, and that's okay. They'll still grow. They'll just be a little behind. They'll wait a little longer for their tomatoes to make fruit, and that's okay. It is difficult to get peppers, in my opinion, at this point.
I think that if you've not started your peppers yet, you're
on
gonna,
the line.
I don't know. You might. I think you're probably going to be better off buying them at this point. Peppers are too late. We started our peppers way back in the beginning of February.
You would have to have a bright sunny window, and then once the temperatures are above 50, 60 degrees, you'll take them out in the morning and bring them in before it gets too cold. Every day and every night. So
Otherwise,
if you're
you're real
doing
stretchy.
6 tomatoes and 6 peppers, that's an amount that you can handle.
Francis, Olivia, any last minute commentary? Anything else you want to say?
I have something else to say.
Oh. Okay, we're not. All right, okay. Yes, what else would you like to say?
So what plants should you start ahead, and what plants should you direct sow? That's a question I get all the time, and it's a really great question. Why do we start our tomatoes and peppers ahead and not cucumbers so much? Tomatoes and peppers are a long, hot season crop. They take a long time to mature. So we start them ahead because if we started them in the garden, we would never be able to get them to get fruit by the end of our season. But cucumbers, zucchini, squash, pumpkins, melon, that stuff goes directly in the ground May 15th. Any of those vining crops are all direct sow. Cabbages.
Direct sow means you put the seed directly into the ground. You don't need to buy them at Lowe's or Menards or whatever. Just buy a package of seeds and put the seed where you want it.
Green beans will be done that way. Corn can be done that way. The one exception to that rule is zucchini. We start our zucchini ahead for us and plant it like that every year because it gives us a jump on the bugs. The squash bugs don't get it as badly. If you get more fruit before the squash bugs become a big problem.
Some plants don't actually like to be transplanted. Cucumbers don't transplant They don't like being moved around.
We start them every year because people are desperate for them, and so I start them for them. But I tell them every time you buy them, I say, you know,
you should just buy a pack of seeds.
But that's okay. If that's what you want, maybe you have reasons that I don't know about starting your cucumbers from starts. But definitely don't ever start radishes or carrots ahead, because things that have a taproot that we want to eat will not transplant well. Melons are another one that can be kind of tricky to transplant. So if you start them ahead, make sure that you start them late in the year, like maybe 4 weeks before planting out, and don't let them get root bound. If you let them get root bound, it'll throttle them for the rest of the year. Okay?
All right,
Any other questions you have, please leave a comment, and we'll be happy to get back to you. Okay? We'll try to answer you.
We'll try to answer all the questions.
Maybe do another video if that will help you.
The final step that we do is before we move them into the greenhouse. I can't do this and film at the same time. We show how you water. We take our milk jugs and we just give them a little bath just to set them in their homes, and then
water them in.
It's called watering them. Yep. And then we just do that real fast, and then we'll stick those in the greenhouse, and they'll start to grow.
Do you remember when I first started working with you at Standpoint?
Yeah, you got fired for drowning the petunias.
Doug had to teach me how to water in the greenhouse. It was like a Lifetime TV movie moment. He was behind me with the wand.
She didn't know what she was doing. My God, she was inept.
It was terrible.
Now she's insane. Oh yeah, all right, Zachary, one last thing, and then we're gonna cut this out.
I'm gonna play a YouTuber comment. Like, and subscribe below.
Gotcha.
I don't know where I got that.
That was beautiful, son. Thank you. All right, Jackson, last chance. Something to say?
Please subscribe.
Jackson, still.
Me?
Okay, thank you. All right, thank you from the great someday. Rock on.